Tonight, News Channel 5 investigates, uncovers new questions about a local political activist's involvement in Governor Bill Lee's $80 million no-bid COVID spending spree.
Still, Robert Swope insists he never made a dime from his efforts to help a small security company to get millions of dollars of your money. News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams had some tough questions about that no-bid deal. Phil.
Well, guys, we had hoped that Robert Swope could help us better understand how these no-bid deals came about. But as you're about to see, the Metro Council members' answers left us with even more questions.
From my perspective, I had no involvement with this.
We wanted to know, in the rush to find personal protective equipment in the early days of the pandemic, how did a small security company, Pale Horse GRS, snag millions of dollars in no-bid contracts with the state of Tennessee?
Because it wasn't about making money, it was about taking care of the people that need it.
As we first reported, Aaron Spradlin's company is headquartered here in a remote part of Hickman County. According to the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, Pale Horse's billing so far have totaled $6.8 million.
Who was your contact that helped you get these contracts?
There was no contact that I'm willing to put out there. It was just a person that forwarded us the need.
But we discovered emails showing that Republican activist Robert Swope, a Metro Council member and state chairman for the 2016 Trump campaign, was the company's first contact with the state.
The state needed help. Pale Horse was in that business. I made some introductions.
After initially ignoring our calls, Swope agreed to sit down for an interview. We wanted to know how he came to be in contact with the people at the state who were handing out the no-bid contracts.
They're friends. Again, you have friends all over the place, and it's like a friend asking you to help move a piece of furniture.
So who asked you to get involved with PPE contracts?
Good Lord. 12 people. I couldn't pin it on any one person.
Remember, Pale Horse was in the security business, not the import business. But Swope said he personally knew people who could produce what the state needed.
I have a lot of friends in China, including in manufacturing.
And so you had contacts who could deliver supplies to the state?
Correct.
So why did you need Pale Horse then?
Because I didn't want to do it. I introduced all the parties together and said, go take care of the world.
Did you have a financial interest at any point?
No, I did not.
But in the emails, Swope presents what he calls our current price guide and lists himself as managing partner for Pale Horse. And in new emails just obtained from Swope's Metro government account, he also touts his connection to the company.
Pale Horse and I entertained for 2 or 3 days partnering together. That ended very quickly, on good terms, because I did not want there to be even a perception of impropriety.
So what was the agreement that led you to think you could list yourself as being the managing partner?
Verbal.
But you really weren't?
No.
So why would you put that in an email?
Because at the time it was the right thing to do.
Well, why was it the right thing to do?
I don't know.
The Republican activist insists he never talked to the governor about the deals and never took a dime.
To alleviate any inkling of impropriety, I said no and walked away from it all.
And why was that?
Because it might be perceived incorrectly that I was benefiting from anything, which I never have.
Pale Horse now faces a lawsuit from a Las Vegas investor that helped finance its PPE deals, claiming the company secretly committed to pay certain third parties compensation in the form of referral commissions and/or finder's fees. Was there ever conversation about you getting paid a commission
No.
or a finder's fee?
No.
Would you have entertained that if they had suggested
If
it?
we'd have come to a legal agreement, of course. It never went that far.
Any policy that invokes a feeling of sanctuary city status.
News Channel 5 Investigates had also heard that the Metro Council member had used his position to approach the city about PPE.
Well, of course, I'm a Metro City Councilman. I suggested if OEM or the health department needs assistance, I'll be happy to connect you with my Chinese friends.
Did you present yourself as a representative of Pale Horse?
At that time, I don't think I did.
But after the interview, we obtained this email that Swope sent to city officials, again offering our current price guide, adding, "We look forward to serving your needs as we all face the global pandemic." Again signed as the managing partner for Pale Horse. Now, there's no evidence that any Metro agency ever bought anything from Pale Horse. If the Metro Council member had a financial interest, his efforts could raise some potential legal and/or ethical issues. But Councilman Swope insists he never had any such ties, even if he did call himself the company's managing partner.